Look at the second photo again. His ears look photoshopped. Hold on. Nah, look. It's hard to see from this screen, but right here, I can see a beard. I mean, that looks like whatever person is behind him has a beard. Oh, wait. Yeah, so there's... Okay, look. Wait, hold on. This motherfucker might have photoshopped it. Hold on. So, what is this person right here? Look at these legs, right? Watch this. Look at this. Hold on. Right here. So you have Nick Fuentes. He's facing this way. But look at these feet. What are these feet? And what are these shadows? I don't think these match up. This is fucking photoshopped. Hold on. I'm not good at Photoshop. So here's Nick Fuentes saying that this is him outside during all of this. Everything looks fine up here. But now here's one thing. So to go to your ear thing, here's this dude. Now he's turned this way, but his head could still be like snapped to the right. And there are other people like looking this way. Him. So there could be something over there they're looking at. So that dude back there, legit. Nick, maybe it's just me, but I feel like that boot looks kind of weird. I feel like the shadow right there looks kind of weird. Am I overthinking it? Like, I mean, those steps are pretty long, right? Like, so there is room for that person's foot to be back there. Nick's. I'm just saying this looks weird. Like, it doesn't. This looks normal. This looks weird. So almost like there's a slight shade difference. Like, where's Nick's other foot pointed? Perfectly behind here? Maybe. Maybe. Oh, GTD. I have an old contract, so I can do political non-gaming content on both YouTube and this. Can you see the heel of his other foot? Because I see dude's shoes behind him. I don't see his other heel. Maybe right here is his pant leg. Oh, is that what you're saying is his heel? You know what? Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I don't think we're like Reddit detectiving this or anything right now, but just that looks weird to me. The ear is fine. Like, there's obviously a person there, like real close to him. Also, all these dumb fucks not wearing masks. No surprise. This guy looks like fucking Proud Boy as fuck, but like the dapper Proud Boy. I hate defending Nick. No, hey, I defend Nick all you want because I don't like not having accuracy in what we're doing and talking about. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Turn off window capture.
Oh, thank you.
Picture in picture. Okay.
Thank you. Let's go. And it's yoga season. Yoga season. Let's go. Okay. America first is inevitable. Let's go. Fuck globalists. Let's go. Trump. Let's call Trump. Yes. Dude, let's tell Trump what's up.
Trump would be very upset.
And he'd be like, no, just say we love him. We love you, bro. No, he'll be happy. What do you mean? We're fighting for Trump. Hey, hold up.
I can't get an outside line. I
can call the U.S. Senate, apparently. Okay.
Imagine not knowing to dial *7, *97, *9, *91. Like, those are like the three most common dialing out things. Not one of these monkeys can figure it out.
Hello. Hello, U.S. Senate. Yes, we have a fraudulent election. I would like to report. Yeah, we need to get our boy Donald J. Trump into office. Yeah, can we do that real quick? Oh, yeah? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Let's go. And it's yoga season. Yoga season. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think that's Fuentes. I don't think that's him. I think he said yoga season, unless Yoma is some dog whistle I'm not aware of. Oh, okay, G-Dub. Or G-Bud. Listen, the mainstream media is fine. The mainstream media is fine. You're not making... I'm just seeing your points now. We protest for the third time this year, and it's sedition. Listen, lefties are effed and hit. Okay, cool. So we have to have this conversation. Give me 1 second. You know what's funny? There was a clip of someone where like they went off stream, then they got up went like that. Like I was just wiping my nose. That's all I was doing. And I wonder if that person was doing the same fucking thing. I think it was like gross gore or some shit. Like, or no, it was some girl. I don't know. Either way, like maybe I just don't want to be gross and fucking wipe my nose in front of y'all. Read my last message. Ooh. Yoba, year of baked Alaska. Well, that's cringe. Extra pre-trading is about to be nuked. I have 14 links and 344 stellar lumens. I wonder if either of those are ever going to fucking go up. Huh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, G-Bot. I got distracted. Someone said something about Bitcoin. Simp would be letting off. I don't even know if you're here, but we're gonna go through this real quick. All right. So, listen. You sound like the kind of person that would completely disregard the idea that there was a necessary reason for protests over the summer. The fact of the matter is that George Floyd was murdered in cold blood in front of the American people. There was a reason to be really fucking upset and to demand fucking police reform. And one thing we've seen over the last 10 plus years is that black people can get killed and there will be nothing done about it. Force is used disproportionately against black people, from the most minor things such as fucking marijuana possession to more serious things. Black people are disproportionately aggressed upon by police. So yeah, there's a big fucking problem. And there's a big fucking problem when police might get off with that shit. So yeah, after George Floyd was kneeled on for 9 fucking minutes, 8 minutes, whatever the fuck it was way too long. When that happens, yes, the people need to rise up and make their voice heard, because just demanding accountability has been proven again and again to not be enough. So when the police then start to escalate things by gassing peaceful protesters, by disregarding the voice of the people, yes, things escalate. There is a significant difference between a known problem, such as police brutality, over-policing of black communities, bad relationships between the police murder, and police getting off for that murder, whether it's being protected by their unions or protected by the corruption within their department. That's a known necessary issue to be addressed, and one that apparently required some people really getting fucking out there every time it occurred for their voice to be heard. The difference between that and what is happening here is that these people stormed one of our most sacred buildings on one of our most sacred days for the sake of their dumb conspiracy theories that were set. The stage was set by Trump. It was fueled by Trump, It was fueled by Giuliani, and it was enabled by every Republican politician that refused to speak out against it. So, yes, there really isn't a counterpoint that you're making. End of story. There isn't. There's no counterpoint. This fucking was not a necessary protest. This was not a similar example to the Black Lives Matter protests. And now the riots, like I'll condemn the riots. Absolutely. The riots were bad. The riots were horrible. I don't think they should have happened. Or at the very least, they shouldn't have been directed towards any sort of private property. It should have all been towards government property. But that's not what happened. You know, the riots definitely went too far. And it hurt the message. And we know this. So we have to get better with our messaging, don't we? But yeah, so at the end of the day, QED, as JLP is saying, I don't understand your fucking point. This was not the same. This was insurrection. This was an attempted coup. This was now I'm not labeling this as the entire right, but I am saying this was a radical group attempting to damage our electoral process. Period. End of story. QED. You've been exposed by me, QED. Okay. Do you think Republicans like Cruz and Halley should be removed from their office? Honestly, I do. But the problem is, like, how do we show the American people that it was a measured decision? How do we show the American people that, you know, hey, yeah, you toy with our democracy, you get punished, but this isn't us punishing those who spoke out against a stolen election, right? Because we have to be very careful with the narratives that are going to get spun. There's a lot of information that we aren't able to control. Like in GTV, you recently gifted me a sub for Arison's channel. You remember what I said to you after that? Sid Machinery, I do not, unfortunately. I usually, like, gift and dip out. So I apologize. Yeah, no public executions and no martyrs. Like, that's again why I'm glad the police were. Hey, thanks for the sub, Sid. I appreciate it. That's why I'm glad that they didn't unload. Like, that's not what we want. Doing nothing is bad, leftist Al, but we have to do the right thing. I don't want a civil war. I don't want any kind of major destruction to our country to come from this. And we can't just say, you're going to act with full force against these people and stop them, because that's not how this works. And we have shown through history, like, we won the Civil War, right? And then we went through the Reconstruction era. And after the Reconstruction era, the South took a fucking super nasty turn. And we later paid for that, you know, for the next 100 years, right? Up until the Civil Rights Movement. We're still paying for shit that happened after the Reconstruction era. There's always a backlash. The most recent one we can point to is 2010 and the Tea Party, right? That Tea Party uprising was based on the stupid conspiracy theories about Barack Obama's birth origin. And probably the fact that these people couldn't believe that Barack Obama won. We're going to see that again. Even if Trump had conceded to peaceful turnover, we'd still be having to prepare for that, because that's what's going to happen. And we're going to have to deal with it. So we have to be... Listen, Jesse. Yeah, as justly as possible. And to me, as justly as possible is charging these people with insurrection, or a certain number of them anyway, with insurrection, putting them in jail, and finding some way to get our government to move on from this, but not ignore the problem, to fix it, to address it. I don't think anyone's justified in the guillotine memes. I don't think anyone's justified in hanging memes on either side whatsoever. Did you watch all the state's hearings live or have any background in statistics? What do you mean, Crazy Canuck Jr.? I did watch some of the hearings live, absolutely, especially Michigan. That's one I remember the most. It was a fucking farce. killing people is cringe. Political violence is cringe. And rarely necessary. So you don't think it'd ever be justified for the working class to take up arms against the state? No, I don't do class warfare shit. I don't think that I don't think right now, let me better answer that. I don't think right now we are at anywhere near a point where workers need to be taking up arms. Could it be a thing in the future? Sure, but I don't think the working class is what it is, unless you count the working class as everyone making, the 99%, right? I think that society might, which is why I'm pro Second Amendment. But I think that society and the working class neither are anywhere near a point where that needs to be part of a discussion. I think we're becoming too woke, and I don't mean that in a mocking way. I mean genuinely, we're becoming too aware of systemic problems in society. We are on the precipice of what could be a revolution in how the American people are treated, both from a class standpoint and a racial standpoint. That if we hadn't had Donald Trump here, or maybe how he helped progress it, and if we find a way out of this quagmire that he's created, perhaps we can move forward with some really great stuff. We'll find out. But I think that society is in a place where we could definitely handle the socioeconomic problems of the American people without a rise to violence. And the only reason violence should be in anyone's mind right now is the fear of oncoming violence from the radical right. I'm not saying you're saying revolution now, but I am saying it's so far removed from this moment in history that it's the same with my stance on the Second Amendment. The American people might one day have to rise up against the government. That's why I don't think the weapons should be tracked beyond making sure that there are certain safeguards so that weapons aren't in the hands of the wrong people. But otherwise, I do think there might be a time when that comes. And I don't think it's our lifetime. At least I hope it's not. Yeah, no, them storming the Capitol building, absolutely. But I mean, it's one of those, and I hate repeating myself because I want this video to be something fresh throughout if someone actually sits and watches the whole thing. But I think that not giving them martyrs is one of the most important things that happened yesterday. They gave them a martyr, but not giving them many martyrs. Like, if 12 people had died, Boston Massacre 2.0, right there, handed to them on a silver platter. 12 people unnecessarily dead, just to satiate the bloodlust of people who think that they should have been treated the way that BLM people were, even though I don't remember the BLM riots ever having cops just willy-nilly fire and killing 10 people or anything like that, right? And I have a problem with how BLM riots were handled by the police, like the tear gassing of peaceful protesters, then leading to riots, the rubber bulleting of peaceful protesters. I have issues with the way BLM riots were treated, but I don't believe in making false equivalencies just because they feel emotionally validating. Chat rises up against me all the time, Feznet. I don't know if you're just one of my chatters or if you're from the DGG community. Room temperature take. The DC police, not that bad. They handled both the Chaz stuff and last night's rally as well as possible without escalating shit. I agree. And again, I want to say, like, one of the reasons we're not seeing the same reaction like we did with, like, BLM riots is because the BLM riots were precipitated by days, if not weeks, of rioting, right? So places where there weren't nasty, bad riots happening still prepared for the riots because of what was happening around the country. And as far as I remember, at least 2 rallies have happened since DC, or since Trump lost the election, that didn't devolve to this level, with targeting of federal property and shit. My name is Like, and please subscribe to my channel, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I need your subs and I need your support so I can grow my shit bigger. Please, oh please, I don't need donations, just need your follows and adorations. Please, 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 like, subscribe, and follow.